this is going to be a really quick review because I don't want to spoil this movie, and I feel like you should just see this movie. Just see it. This is Good Time, directed by Ben and Josh Safdie, starring Robert Pattinson, Jennifer Jason Leigh, and Ben Safdie. And basically, it is one of those movies that takes place roughly all in one night. Everything bad that can happen does go happen. In this case, it's a bank robber who's trying to raise some money to get his brother out of jail. He's one of those guys who thinks that he knows a lot, but he's just got really bad luck. He keeps having kind of good ideas, but nothing works out. And it really reminded me of After Hours, like very much so. It's less of a comedy than After Hours, but it is very funny. And much like in After Hours, he just gets in more and more worse shit happens to him, and you're just like, bro, stop. But in this case, instead of just one bad night in New York, he has a very strong reason for doing the things that he's doing, and a very misguided love of his brother, and a very bad way of showing his love for his brother. And what I thought was interesting about the film was that it does two things. One, it really takes a cold, hard look at toxic masculinity. And I think it does so in a very interesting way, and in a way that I think a lot of films will show violence like this film does and really kind of glamorize it. And this film lingers in a way that is not glamorous. It's gross and makes you uncomfortable and makes you realize, like, this is not cool. This is awful. It also takes a lot of the tropes of, like, how cool crime can be. Even in Dog Day Afternoon, where the criminals have a pretty good reason, Lumet films that in a way that you really think, like, yeah, this guy's awesome, even though, like, it doesn't turn out well. Spoiler alert for Dog Day Afternoon. Same thing kind of happens in this film, except that you never once think, you know what, this guy's awesome. The whole way you're like, you're a fucking idiot. What are you doing? Stop being an idiot. And I think that's great, because it takes a lot of the inspiration from these movies that make crime look so cool and so great, and just strips it all away and shows you how dumb all of these people are and how dumb this life is, but also kind of how you can imagine getting trapped into it as well. So there's a lot going on, and I don't want to talk about the plot at all because so much happens, and I'm like, what? Over and over. But two things. One, I loved the score. It's by Onitrix Point Never. I don't know this band or person, but it reminded me of those Tangerine Dream scores from the 80s, and I was like, yes. Like, I want this on, like, colored vinyl, like, tomorrow. Two, and I'm going to be in Chicago tomorrow. Maybe I'll find it in a record store. Two, it's one of those films that has such a strong point of view. Like, these filmmakers have such a strong point of view and such a command of what it is that they want to do as filmmakers, that it makes you want to be a filmmaker, because it wants you to be it made me want to be like, shit, I need to pick up a camera and, like, put my point of view on film as good as these guys did, because wow. So I just really enjoyed this film a lot. There were some really, really funny moments, but this is not like an Apatow comedy. This is like a dark, mordant comedy. So if you like that kind of dark moments of comedy that aren't really a comedy, I don't know if this is an action, thriller, comedy, One Crazy Night movie, which is a lot of things that I enjoy. There's a lot of great One Crazy Nights. There's also a wonderful poster that is inspired by the After Hours poster. So that I was like, this is fantastic. I like this. So check this movie out. It's actually released. It was released limited last week, I think, and is going wide this week, something like that. It's in a lot of theaters this week. So if you get a chance to see it, definitely go see it. It's quite good. I really liked it. I would also like to point out that all of these think pieces that saying we're in, like, a Robert Pattinson and stuff, they're fucking dumb and haven't been watching any of his movies since Twilight ended. And actually some of his movies while he was still making Twilight. Like, he's been making nothing but like good independent cinema and some not so good independent cinema, but independent, interesting cinema for at least 5 years. And I would like to point out that after Cosmopolis came out, I tweeted that someday he was going to get nominated for an Oscar, and y'all heard it here first. That was 5 years ago, but I favorited that tweet. I saved it. I'll bring that tweet back up because it'll happen. And if you haven't seen any of the movies that he's done with Cronenberg, like Cosmopolis or Maps of the Stars, like, watch those movies, and then this is not so shocking that he's actually really a great actor, because he's been doing great work for years, and y'all just missed all these movies or something. I don't know. And he's got a movie coming with Claire Denis later. I'm excited for that one. So this is Good Time. It's in theaters now. Find it, watch it, enjoy it. Somebody let me know if I can get the soundtrack on vinyl, because I need it. Yeah, this was a good film. I really enjoyed it. And don't even watch the trailer. Just like go see this movie and go in it without knowing anything, because I feel like it's a better experience if you don't know what you're getting into, and just enjoy it.